What's good, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Fun with Dumb. I am a little bit hungover, a little tired, but I got my friends Rick and Steffi to keep the energy up for me today.
No, these hangovers are happening a little frequent.
I'm sorry, man. You know, sometimes life comes at you fast. It's the yin and yang, the duality of man.
Right.
You know, I work hard, I play hard, and right now I'm going through a little bit of a phase.
I get it. Okay.
I feel like I could tell because of your eyes.
My eyes look a little crazy.
It's
right?
usually that, not crazy, they just have like that little puff, a little bit of that extra puff in
you
it.
talk about face puffing. Let me tell you something. You see my ears right now? You know, do you know about this, right?
What is that?
Steph, you know
I
about
thought
I
you're
this.
just
being
saw
silly.
it on
You think
socials.
this is medical?
No.
This is a medical miracle right now.
Oh, I thought you just put two rubber
ancient
bands.
work here.
This is okay. So if you put rubber bands around your ears like this and
Yeah.
you let it sit for about 72 hours, your face starts depuffing. It starts draining lymph node something. Yeah, and then your face.
What,
gets
did you
skinnier.
just put them on? Because we're not in the
ears must have been
71st
apart.
hour, I'll tell you
No,
that.
no. It's gonna work. Trust me.
Dude, they're turning purple.
Is it turning purple right? It hurts so bad
yeah,
right
so
now.
are you going to take it off or are you keeping
Pleasure
it for
is. I mean, what's it called? There's no pain.
Pain-
There's no
yeah.
gain without.
no pain,
There's
no
no-
gain.
There's
Pretty-
no pain, no gain.
Yeah.
Exactly. Fashion hurts.
I thought it was just like rubber bands around your ears.
You think I was just trying to do a bit to look like Shrek right now for the
Yeah.
pod? Nah, just trust me. As the episode keeps going, slowly look at my face. It's gonna get smaller and
Yeah, it
smaller.
reminds me of pig ears. You ever eat pig ears?
Do I eat pig? I have. I
Yeah.
have.
You
Like,
say he
that's what
reminds
that's
you of a
reminding me
pig.
Yeah,
That's kinda wild
The,
right now.
the ears, look at them. God damn it, look at his
I
ears.
thought you had like a little cauliflower UFC situation happening over
Yeah,
there.
wrestling with Caden all
Yeah.
week. You know what I mean?
Did you go on vacation? Why do you have like a tan?
I haven't
going
showered in
on?
like 3 days, to be honest
Wow,
with you.
it kind of looks
Steffi
good on
either.
you.
Yeah.
Yeah, how did you know that?
You always talk about how, first of all, I love the jacket. You look nice today.
It's not yours, if that's what you're about to say.
I know.
He wasn't even saying
He
that.
always thinks
He does.
anytime
Yeah.
you notice
Yeah,
that
yeah, he does, he
anytime
does.
I look good in something, he goes, "Is that mine?"
You look like a little Bratz doll today, I gotta say.
Wow, is
Like
that what you?
early
You know what?
2000s.
If there were male brat dolls, you would look like one too.
I don't think so.
Yeah, absolutely.
What would a male Bratz doll look like?
Nose piercing, facial hair. You look exactly with the little hat. It's given.
So wait, Bratz was like the answer to Barbie? Was it more like the hood Barbie? I don't understand what Bratz.
They were like the bad kids. The ones that were
Yeah.
smoking cigarettes by the bungalows,
yeah.
borrowed their mom's makeup,
Right.
stole from the purse.
They go to takeover parties. Like,
yeah,
that's
for
the Bratz.
sure. They were doing Nas tanks.
I like that. You know, something interesting about you today is that you're showing your toes.
I was gonna say
Did
that
you know
dogs
that?
are out, huh?
It's weird. How long? Look how long that one big toe is. The toenail. Do you look? Are you
Wait,
looking
Steph,
at it?
first of all, hold on.
What?
That could have, if you didn't point that out.
I'm camouflaged, literally.
He's
and
literally wearing camouflage pants. You can see the. Oh yeah.
Do you see how long? You could like actually see how long it is.
I know.
Let me take a.
I
Wow.
don't. I am not one of those people that sit down or take time to clip your toenails or nails.
What do you mean?
Here's the thing. Here's my
Expound
theory.
on that, buddy.
My theory is that if you don't clip your fingernails and toenails, and you're active, they will naturally fall off or trim itself.
Right.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like
if you
somehow
grind hard enough,
there'll be enough of a chip here, a chip there. And yes, it might not be like super even.
Yeah.
But that's not how nature intended your toenails and fingernails to be.
that's absolutely true. Oh, so on a biblical sense, like you're taking it to
I'm not saying it biblical. I'm saying just nature. You
Yeah.
know, Mother Nature.
right.
So I tend to never have a nail that goes too long. Natural, without even clipping
Do you
it.
wear? Does that mean when you buy sneakers, you buy them like a half size longer so that the toes can hang
I
out?
do
in
wear
there?
my shoes a half size or
Right,
bigger,
right.
but I just like more comfort. It's not necessarily because of my
Or is it
toenail
to make
issue.
your feet look bigger? I remember that was a hack that kids used to do.
Really?
Not like it was a thing.
You know, people used to roast people with small feet, and because they always said like, "Oh, your dick is smaller" or something.
Yeah,
your-
that.
If your size is small,
Yeah.
but like now when I do see small feet, small shoes, they do look kind of funny. They look a little funny.
Yeah.
Wow.
I mean, you know.
You're a size king, aren't you?
I'm not a size king.
You're
I'm
a little
not-
bit of a size
I'm
king.
10 and a half.
I mean, it goes both ways though. There's some clown shoes too. You know what I mean? There's like for me, I have an unfortunate foot shape because I wear large shoes. I'm a size 11 and a half, right?
Wow.
But it's not because of
He's
length.
stunting on you.
No, but it's not because of length.
Wait,
it's
did
because
you
it's
just go
so
up
He did.
half
He
a
went a
size for the
whole-
pod?
no.
You got, I swear you're 11, bro.
I'm 11
You went
and a
half the size for the pod
If
right
he's
now.
an 11, you're a 10. You're not a 10 and a half.
Did I just?
You're right. I went half.
You
up.
went half up.
Yeah.
He went. So you guys are just let's keep
We're
it
tiptoeing with shoe
consistent.
sizes right
No, what it is
Nailed
your,
it.
your feet's girth.
Yeah,
What?
first
I
of
hate.
all.
Wait, I don't,
Thickness or like
no. He
is.
has a very unusual
Girthy.
thickness to his feet.
Yeah, it's just
Girthy
wide.
foot.
He can't wear thin shoes.
So when I put on like smaller shoes, or when I wear a size 11 and a half, it never fills up the length. So like when girl or back in the day, there'll be, how I hate motherfuckers that would feel it. The tip like you really fill it out and it's empty.
Yeah.
But it's because I'm filling out the sides because I'm literally busting out the seams. It's a
Wow.
wide thing.
So you're almost like what you need is a corset for your fat feet.
No,
You need a corset. That's literally what you need.
Yeah. You want me to foot bind?
Yeah,
You want
that's
me to do some
literally
foot
what
binding?
you need to do.
Yeah.
Keep
I'm
it
losing
tight.
circulation in my eyes right now. I can't.
have you always
Vision is-
had like wide feet though, or is that something that happened over time?
I don't know, man. I don't know.
I really love that
stopped
this
too
is-
much. And like, how does that happen?
Well, I mean,
Wait, I've seen you give him shoes. So what's
he
going on
never
there?
could fit into.
I can never fit into.
Dude,
But I've seen you take
no,
the shoes. What are you doing with the?
Because he has cool
Dude,
shoes.
he will literally squeeze his feet
Yeah.
into a size 10, and he's an 11 and a half.
yeah.
You're like Celine Dion.
But I don't get that.
Celine Dion has this thing where she always she loves shoes. She's obsessed with shoes. So she'll buy and wear high heels that are uncomfortable, the wrong size if they don't have it, because she is so into shoes.
All right.
Have you will just wear shoes in discomfort?
Yeah, I will. You know what it is? It's because when I was younger, my parents didn't understand. They're like, they got me smaller shoes than usual, than normal. So I think I have like calloused. Like I used to wear my shoes because they were so small. I used to wear my shoes like slippers. So like the
Right.
the back. It was cool back in the day because I'd get like 2.5 inches of height because I'm resting my foot on the like squished part of the shoe.
Yeah.
And it's just how I started wearing my shoes at all
Wow.
times.
I
That's what-
can't do that. I feel like anytime my toe gets crammed in something, I feel like I can't breathe. Like almost.
That's why you
I
have a
feel like that
4-inch
was, like-
toenail. I don't understand. It completely goes against what you just said.
I'm telling you, you gotta let it naturally chip away, man. Let Mother Earth chip away your nails, man.
That's crazy. Do you have
man.
nail clippers in the house now?
I do not.
You do not? Oh, you.
Are you one of those guys who cut it with scissors?
No, I don't.
He doesn't
Do
cut-
anything.
He doesn't groom it.
Okay.
I feel like naturally somehow it finds its way. Like sometimes
Are you a nail biter?
I have been in the past, but I'm not a regular nail.
I've seen you do it.
I'm not. Look at
actually.
my hands. You could tell when there's a nail
Oh,
biter.
that one's so. Why is that one so long, dude?
One is uneven. Like
I'm not gonna lie.
It's not even.
So look, not genius. Well, geniuses, hard workers, people who are just like creating things that are always
Don't
thinking
do
about
it.
other things.
No,
Like
don't
if
say
you
that.
have a whiteboard in your house with like index cards and all, fingernails is probably last priority. I'm not gonna lie
Are
to
you
you.
calling him a genius
What
because he
I'm-
doesn't cut his toenails?
What I'm saying is during COVID, when we were in a creative state, making music every day, I looked down one day and my toenails, like it just happens. You're not thinking about it. You're not going out. It's covered. It's fine.
I don't know,
I-
man. If you have time to jerk off during that time, you can cut your toenails.
That's true.
and Rick does have that time.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I doubt that you guys aren't doing that.
I do like kind of picking off my nails, not
Right.
biting them.
Yeah.
But like kind of ripping it off with my hands.
Ugh, I hate that.
Why?
Because why do you like that? I don't like that. How it's jaggedy after.
You don't?
What? What do you like
I don't
about
think
that?
nails are supposed to be so straight though.
Dude, don't they get caught on your like cardigans and your wool?
No. What the hell?
You know what I'm talking about?
I'm not gonna lie to you. The fact that he doesn't mind it means he doesn't use his hands that much.
That
Let's
is
be
true.
completely honest.
Why?
If you're
Why? What are you
That's so
talking
true.
about?
if you're physically fixing things or like around the house being handy, The fact that you have
Facts.
jagged or like
How
rigid
big do you
nails.
think my nails are that I can't do
Facts.
stuff?
No, you can't be
It's
doing.
like if you're a girl with those like long nails,
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
or like the designs and stuff.
yeah.
It is hard to do stuff with long nails.
Yeah.
My nails are not that long. We're talking about an extra
That's
little.
freaking long. I mean, you're not doing lumber. You're never clean. I have never seen you once clean.
I've done
anything.
lumber.
I don't think you know how to pull.
What?
I
Opening
think
a
you're
chocolate.
What do you expect me to do? What do you?
I've never seen you. Do you eat fruit? I've never seen you cut a fruit.
You never. I've cut fruit.
What
Fruit's easier
fruit?
for me
What-
to cut. Actually, that is one thing I can cut easily.
With your nails.
I'm just
Yeah,
saying
yeah.
I can peel.
He can
away.
open cans
I can-
very well.
Yeah,
You
I've only
have-
seen him order Postmates and pick it up. Like I've never seen you like.
Tread
you know,
carefully, bro.
I
What are
don't
you
even
gonna
think I've
say
seen
right
you
now?
eat a banana before.
You are crazy. I have peeled a lot of fruit. Your thumbs
Yeah.
are so good for cutting open oranges.
Absolutely, absolutely. I give
You know when you get that in there?
oh that initial thrust,
Yeah.
that initial piercing, absolutely
Insane.
absolutely. I do have
You've
thumb
peeled a
powers.
lot of oranges in your lifetime, haven't you?
Come on, dude. I'm old school.
That was weird. Is your
Old skill. I love it, Rick.
I have a gift for you guys.
What?
Speaking of fruit,
What?
you're gonna love me.
oh my
Uh-oh.
god.
Here we go.
I'm scared.
In my lifetime, I'm gonna say
I'm excited. What's in this bag?
this is the best ice cream
oh, I wanted to try
I've
this.
ever had in my life. So look, I brought you options.
Wow.
Where, I couldn't find this in the H Mart. Where'd you
Dude.
Look
find
how
this?
beautiful this white peach ice cream looks
I'm
like.
so excited to try this.
Look, I'm gonna open this mango with my thumb.
I thought this was one of our sponsors, Tinga, who does the sex toys.
This looks like a Tenga, dude.
Look at this Statue of Liberty torch ice cream.
You're not
right
supposed
here.
to take it off the thing. I think it's
I
supposed
mean,
to drip
that's
off
for
the-
kids, you know, so it doesn't drip. Don't worry, we're not gonna drip.
Look at this ice cream
Look how
right here.
beautiful that
For
is.
everyone who's listening on the audio side, I want to explain to you. It looks like a mango. The
looks-
inside of a mango.
Yeah,
right?
it looks airbrushed, doesn't it?
Looks beautiful.
It's beautiful.
It looks smaller than I've seen it on TikTok, but I'm going to try it.
Yeah, try it, please, guys.
Okay, here we go. Well, that one's the peach one?
That one's the white peach. It is
This is the
delicious.
Oh.
Not too sweet.
I was expecting more of a crunch on the outside.
Like a candied ice outside, right?
No,
it's
is it
almost
because
like a
it was in there?
chocolatey. No.
Okay, mine looks like a very soft booty.
Yeah.
Very soft. This is the peach flavor.
Mm-hmm.
And the top is airbrushed with the most beautiful, like,
Mm-hmm.
pink peach tone. Oh,
Come on.
it's not crunchy.
I kind of wish it had the crunch, on the
Crunch a little
outside.
bit, like a Tanghulu type situation.
Yep. Can I say something? It was delicious, but it's got the taste of a Korean refrigerator. Did you taste it? You know it came from a Korean refrigerator.
You know what? I think I know what you're talking
Like,
about.
you could never. There's like an essence of like
when you go to
a soft
H-Mart.
garlic or something.
It does have a
like-
taste of a Korean
It's like a
refrigerator.
Korean.
Yo, hold up.
It's a Korean's version of like truffle sauce. You know, like a
Do
truffle.
you
truffle
remember
essence.
a Korean version of a joke? Do you remember when our parents or grandma used to cut fruit with the same knife that she minced garlic with?
Yeah.
Oh shit.
That's the feeling I wanted to bring back to you guys.
Okay,
but,
this tastes like home because of that. Thank you so much.
but honestly though, it tastes like if it was like a perfume, right?
What is it? Is it Korean or what?
I have no idea.
I think it's
I will
either
say
Chinese
I'm
or
a little
Taiwanese.
disappointed.
Mm.
I've seen this trend on TikTok. Everyone eating these ice creams, and
Yeah.
it looks so good. And
Yeah.
people actually praise it in these videos too.
Yeah.
But I almost want it to be crunchy on the outside and inside,
More fruit.
and inside to be a little more fruity.
Got you.
For me, you know what this tastes like? Do you know those Japanese candies that taste like peach? They're like in flower packaging, little flower packaging. Like this tastes like that peach flavor. It's very soft. It's not a strong flavor.
Yeah.
Do you want some?
No. I brought it because I
Do
Do you want
wanted
to
to
try
watch it.
yours? Yeah. Are
Yeah.
you sick at all?
I'm not gonna. No, I'm not.
Are you
But
sure?
I also don't want to finish that. I'm good.
Yeah, you don't need to finish it. Just want you guys
Well,
to take a bite.
thank you.
Yeah, of course. I know you guys wanted to try for a little bit.
I like this one better.
Better?
Yeah, I like the peach one better.
Yeah.
I
Sometimes
appreciate this.
I'm just saying, you just want friends that once in a while drop off a few ice creams.
You're
You know,
such a-
Rick is
you're
so
such a
good with
dad.
surprises, man.
Just, you
Have you
know,
always
well-
been like this with gift giving? Like,
Ever since I made the song "The Gift,"
I totally forgot you did have a song called The Gift.
when, you know, it's just the I love you guys. You know what I'm
Oh my
saying?
God.
And then I'm using this new delivery service. You know, I'm not trying to plug, but it's an Asian delivery service. It's kind of like Postmates. It's called We. Fire.
Really?
So yeah,
People have been telling me about this. Is that his new app?
I don't know if it's new, but it's just the pricing and like the availability of just like rare stuff, like ice creams
It's
like
like
this.
Instacart, right?
It's
Oh,
like
that's cool.
Instacart.
So it's from like Asian markets.
Yeah,
Oh,
exactly.
cool. By the way, I like when you said "I love you." You looked into my eyes, and I know that's bullshit.
I didn't
because
look into
you
it.
literally don't care about me. You said that
All right,
we are
Steph.
not
Okay,
friends.
let's talk about it briefly.
The last episode.
The last episode, I did say something a little foolish and short-sighted. I didn't mean that we wouldn't be friends if it wasn't this pod, but it's just how else would we have? In what circle socially would we have ran into each other and had a conversation? If you
By
think about
just literally being Dumb's friend. Being in K-Town. Maybe I go to church one day, I would see you. Maybe I go get raw crab, and you'd be there.
Yeah.
And I'd be like, oh my God.
Yeah.
You're that guy from the internet.
Can I ask you guys, when is the last real friend you guys have made? Because
Don't ever shake an ice cream and ask that question.
I don't think I've made a recent friend in a long time where like we actually would go out and hang or make it a routine like once a week to
True.
go grab dinner.
It's
or
always like a
something.
partner, huh? Like someone you date that's like
partner,
the new friend.
I'm not gonna lie. If I think about it, the most recent friend that I've made is probably Dave Wu.
Our producer
If
over
you
here?
think about
Wow.
it, like out of our circle, when he came into our lives, like, you know, because of the pod, we had to get to know him. You're right. Like we stay within our circle. We meet a lot of new people.
Dave is our Chinese producer who is very Korean washed. You can hand him the mic if you want. Dave is
And an ice cream.
I would explain Dave to be like sometimes when he uses Korean words with us.
Yeah.
I hate it almost.
Yeah.
I know it's because he knows his stuff.
Yeah.
It's not like weird or cringe in a way where
yeah.
he doesn't know. It's cringe because he knows it too well almost. You know what I'm saying?
It makes me feel stupid.
He's like an American guy that went to Korea for like army and came back and is impressing us with all the words that he knows.
So it gives me like and he's not like this, but it's like a talented Mr. Ripley, but a Chinese version. You know what I mean?
Wait,
It's like someone who's like trying to get in with the Koreans, but it's not that because he actually is like he knows the culture, you know. But that's how I hear it.
There
sometimes.
is a hint of infiltration. There is a little hint of infiltration in his
But
personality.
Dave, you've told us you've hung out with Koreans since way back in the day. Like how early would you say? Give him the mic. Give him the mic.
The first time I encountered a Korean person was
Encounter.
senior year of high school.
Okay, so it wasn't that early.
No, I hung out with like mostly white people growing up.
White people know other Chinese.
Yeah, there's like 3 Asians in my high school.
even
K through
the
12.
even the way you say
Would you-
white people. Oh.
Did you? What you mean? He's saying it like a Korean
Like a
person would
Korean,
say?
he's like, oh, my first like white. There was all white people. Oh.
Wait, let me ask you this. But when you were growing up, did you have any like hatred for Chinese people or anything, or it was cool? Like you were cool with your own culture. There was no like issues, you know?
No, yeah. I went to a church in New Jersey that was all like Chinese. Right next to it, there was a Korean Presbyterian church, and we all got along. And
So
stuff
you were
like that.
comfortable with Chinese growing up.
Yeah, I just wasn't very like self-identifying with my Asianness growing up. And then freshman year orientation at Rutgers, like all the pharmacy Koreans were like in my orientation, and then we just became friends.
So this is a rare situation where he's never hung out with Asians, never identified as an Asian person until he gets to college and meets Koreans, and he's like, okay, I'm gonna identify as Korean.
It's my tribe.
So that's kind of essentially what happened, right? You're identifying as an Asian person, but it became Korean more than Chinese almost.
yeah, you guys have the biggest influence on me.
Yeah,
Wait,
hey, we've had the influence.
This guy did Christian hip hop choreography. He's Korean,
He's
bro.
a Chinese dude who was doing Korean choreography, going to Korean
Has
churches.
Kaibichim on his freaking license
He does a
plate.
lot of productions in Korea.
Yeah.
K-pop with us are
Yeah.
a very Korean pod right now.
Yeah.
It's kind of crazy. It's very interesting. I don't think I've met anyone,
Would you consider yourself a Korea boo?
No, he says no.
Why?
Well,
Isn't that what it is? Aren't they just obsessed with Korean culture?
it's not like Korea Boo is more like a fan. He's not. He's like kind of. He's integrated.
Yeah.
Oh, it's different. It's almost phony if you're a Koreaboo.
He's a
little
Korea
bit.
woo.
You know what's funny? He also, when Steph was like, "Would you consider Koreaboo?" He's like, "No." And then I saw him peek over the monitor. He's like, "I've integrated really well."
Yeah, he's
That almost scared me a little bit, the way he peeked over this way.
Put respect on my name.
Yeah. Put respect on my name.
I didn't realize. I'm sorry. I didn't realize it was a disrespectful thing.
Well, I can truly say that Dave knows a lot of our Korean musician friends,
Yeah.
producers, people in the creative scene. He's gone to Korea more than you, Steph.
Cool. Are you trying to shame me?
How many times have you gone to Korea, Steph?
Oh my god.
Whoa, just a question.
Jesus Christ.
Loves
Probably
you.
3 times.
Oh, really? Okay.
Is that good?
No, that's great. Some people haven't never been to the motherland. It's been a year. It's been a long time for me since Bad Rap. I don't think I've.
How
been
many
there.
times have you been?
Come on,
More than 3?
come on.
What?
Yeah, more than 3.
Yeah,
Rick,
I don't know.
as some of you listeners may know, has been writing for some of the biggest K-pop groups
So good.
in the
Oh
world,
my god.
and people are going to hear more little verses
That's
coming
so
out,
cool.
right?
More verses,
I'm not going
yeah.
to reveal everything, but
Yeah,
you've been doing a lot of ghostwriting for Korean pop stars.
working with some kids these days. You know what I mean? Just it's cool. It's conflicting because they pop off with the verse that I wrote. It's like, why couldn't it's it's the
Well,
look,
sometimes-
it's the
Sometimes it's the works.
it's the works
But
exactly.
but here's the thing. That's what I realize. It's the formula that we got to get right, and it is unfortunate because we want to perform and rap all over the world. I
Yeah.
mean, we have, but
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
saying like to the extent they're doing it, they package it so much better than us.
Oh yeah, and honestly, at this age too, it's so good to be behind the scenes, just kind of
Yeah.
like overlooking it like a father.
I
It's
think
just
maybe
nice.
you're just too early for your time. Like if
There's a
you-
little
you
bit of that
know?
too.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I agree.
Like it was just
I agree.
they're catching up now.
But yo, I'm not gonna lie, that fire that I didn't think the pilot light was out, but it's definitely diminished a little bit. Like the love for hip hop and making music and stuff like that. Dude, it's on a whole another level now. It's weird having a kid.
You mean it's ignited?
Oh yeah,
reignited
just
it.
writing every day. I just got a new laptop. My wife got me a MacBook.
Wow, really?
That's a great gift.
Come on, man. Yeah,
What a
She
beautiful
surprised you with
gift.
it, or
she
what?
surprised me with it. Exactly.
Damn,
She surprised
that's
me
a
with
nice ass
MacBook
gift.
Air. Yeah, it's
Yeah,
beautiful. Blue,
Thin, light,
fast.
easy to
What do you
carry.
guys doing? Ads all day? Like you're talking about this ice cream, this MacBook. What the hell is going on?
Wait, hey, look at his toes right now. Take a look at his toes.
All right.
No, take a look at. Did you have
Enough with the toes.
Why?
Show it the
He had
toes.
just for the listeners. He had them curled inside because he's embarrassed to show his
It
toes.
was like a
now.
foot binding. Yeah.
But I right, yeah. Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
No, I was just saying that it's good to see you out because every time I text the group chat for you to come out, it seems like you're kind of in a little prison right now.
Yeah, there's times where I'm kind of like coming up to the surface for air. And it's weird. It's momentary. That FOMO is momentary because I'm like, damn, I want to, like you guys went out for dinner yesterday. As soon as I say
What?
no,
What dinner?
Steph, sometimes
You weren't invited to the dinner. That's so funny. It wasn't even a dinner. It was just to hang out with the guys.
Yeah,
It was just like
just a little
Rec
guy night
and
out, you know?
Manny.
yeah.
Why'd you say? Meh? I
No,
don't
but
like
it's
when
just,
I'm not. Okay, go ahead.
It's
Sorry.
not a prison. It's just oh yeah, by the way, Caden could walk now, guys. He's developing quick. So the thing is, when a kid could walk and they're mobile now, it's a whole different chapter. Immobile kid and a mobile kid, it's a whole different chapter. But yeah, it's about balancing it out. Donna's super understanding. She knows that sometimes I want to, just relax, kind of chill out. She'll buy me a whole bottle of bourbon. We'll just drink together.
That's
play
cool.
board games. We're just doing that wholesome family
and a computer.
That was cute because I FaceTimed you the other day and you were playing Kongi together. Kongi is the Korean traditional
Yeah.
game.
Yeah.
where-
And
do you know,
Squid
have you
Games
ever
too.
played that?
Of course, I
Yeah,
know
and
what
Squid Games
Kongi
too.
is. My grandma.
Yeah.
Yeah, but so wait, he can catch all of those?
No, no,
Because
no, no.
He does
Donna,
have
no.
big hands. I wouldn't be surprised if he could get all 5.
Donna is one of the best Kongi players in the world.
Oh,
She
it's 'cause
does look like a
she's
Kongi girl.
Crazy.
It's
yeah.
because
Like,
she's
she
a
has
math.
a look.
She's a math.
Call my
She's
girl
a math
a
teacher.
Kongi girl ever again.
Oh, wait, can I just say something too? Speaking
Yeah.
of Kongi, I thought Squid Games season 2 was great.
Phenomenal.
I thought it was good,
Bro.
because there was so much pressure.
Yeah.
and I saw all this stuff, mixed reviews, and then I didn't watch it for like a month after it came out. And I watched it. I was like, yo, this is phenomenal.
Yeah, it's good.
He killed it.
Yeah, it's good.
The creator of the show killed it. Did you see it? Are you a fan of Squid Game?
I watched a few episodes. I haven't got. Oof.
It's that ice cream. Go ahead.
Jesus.
Wait, you didn't
Traveling.
see it?
I've been traveling, so I've been like living in the moment. I'm catching up. I've only watched like a few episodes, so don't
Okay.
tell me too much.
Okay. No, but it was
I mean,
good.
there's nothing really to spoil, I would say, right? Yeah.
I'm gonna say that I didn't know that it was good. It's gonna like they were gearing for the next season like that. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? I wish there was a little finality, but I respect it. And you know what? I like sometimes when I watch American productions, like the checkbox that everyone's going through, whether it's the LGBT or whether it's like interracial couples. It's so sometimes blatantly obvious that it kind of like tunes me out. But Korea, the way they did it with like the trans character and just kind of like the different elements, I thought they did it so organically. I thought it was good. Man.
I think the games, it's cool that there's all these other games too. And I think the show works because every culture has a variation of the game. Like Jax, is like the version.
Worst game ever.
Yeah.
First of all, think Jax.
I'm saying Jax is kind of like
It's Kongi.
Like, Kongi.
Yeah.
So,
But I'm saying, do you remember what Jax looked like?
yeah,
then?
they're like the sharp things,
Yeah.
right? Yeah, that was a weird game.
Crazy.
Yeah, but
Crazy.
I feel like what should be considered a Korean game? Like StarCraft. like they should have a season where it's like StarCraft is one of the Squid Games.
Yeah.
Because we're some of the best like e-gamers in the world,
So wait, in the arena, it's like a PC bong corner.
It's a PC bong. You gotta hop on like teams of 5 or whatever, have
Yeah.
to battle each other. StarCraft.
Hey, that's crazy. That's literally what's going on now these
Have
days.
you ever
too.
been a gamer, Steph? I feel like I mean, I'm not a huge gamer, but I did have phases. Like I played StarCraft.
I do not believe that, dude.
I swear.
You know how to set up a base and like barracks and all that?
Terrans, Protoss,
Just 'cause it's in your
Zergs.
battle. Yo.
Zergs, come
I
on,
love
man.
Zergs.
What
what's a Zerg?
species is Zerg?
Oh, it's like an alien.
Okay.
Okay, yeah, you're right.
is,
Go
yeah.
Yeah, I
on.
know. That's because I played
Oh, okay, what's a Terran?
3 ways.
No,
Three-way.
I Twitch streamed for a bit.
but you didn't play StarCraft, right?
No.
Oh, okay.
What video game have you played any? And there's no shame in that.
Parappa the Rappa.
you
You
did?
play Parappa
So
the
I've
Rappa?
always rapped since the beginning of time. So that was at the early stages. And then Crash Bandicoot,
Okay.
Ooh, I love
okay.
Crash
Okay.
Mario Bros.
Did you had 2 girls in the house, you and
And-
your younger sister. Did you guys ever have a console or anything?
Yeah, that's where we played
The Sony PlayStation.
What's the console you had?
Parappa. PlayStation.
I think she's just heard the commercial and that's why she said it that way.
Sony, I mean, Sega. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I play a little bit.
I don't know if I've told you guys this story. I was
Mario
in
Kart.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
I told you guys the story, but I was in a PlayStation 1 commercial.
That's crazy, dude.
Wow, one.
Was it like the 90s? Like, like it's crazy saturated and like mad effects?
I was a kid.
Yeah.
And actually,
what was the premise of
the game? It was for a PlayStation 1 game. Let me clarify. Not for the console, but for a game. And the game was Bomberman World.
Okay.
And it was like me and
So
like
you got the Namco bag, not the Sony bag. Those are two completely different.
Yes.
Okay.
So it was me and 3 other kids that are playing this video game. I was the Asian one. There was a black one. There was a white one. They kept them multi-diverse.
Wow.
Yeah.
We're playing the game, and all of a sudden we get sucked into the television, and we turn into the Bomberman characters. So, and then there would be, I think we actually wore the costume too
What?
of each character.
You
'cause-
did Jumanji before Jumanji?
Yeah,
That's crazy.
And then I remember this is when on the set of this commercial is when I heard my like first racist like comment.
Oh.
So I'm eating during lunchtime, and then one of the makeup artists comes by, passing by, and she goes, I'm surprised we didn't get chopsticks for you."
Oh my.
I mean, laughed, and I kind of laughed along because I was just a kid, and I don't know if that was a joke or nothing. But I kind of knew deep inside, like
Yeah.
that was like
That
kind of
was
wrong
weird.
because I was like, blood was boiling.
That's
you know?
equivalent to on tour. There's a sushi restaurant down the block.
Yeah. It was just like it was so random because that's clearly like what the fuck. Like,
Yeah. That's
she
not
knew
even
I wasn't-
microaggression. That's like so blatant
Like
right there.
she
yeah.
knew I wasn't even from like Asia. Like I was
Right.
speaking English the whole time.
Yeah.
That's
I get it if
wild.
maybe she thought I was from Asia, like a cultural thing. Even then, it's like
But-
chill, you know.
How are you
It
eating?
would be
Were you
nice
like,
to have it would have been nice to have chopsticks though, right? Like let's be real, it's really nice to have chopsticks.
I mean, the the fact that he's leaving out is it was ramen.
yeah, exactly. Exactly. Like there's rice and
I
milk.
used to think that forks were just so much easier than chopsticks.
No.
But actually, as I get older, I realized utility-wise, chopsticks are way better. Actually,
Talk to me.
Do you agree?
Absolutely.
Okay, am I the last one to this news or what?
It's such a basic statement that I want to just repress what you said. Yeah, definitely.
Chopsticks, you can get more use out of chopsticks picking things up while eating than forks. I'm gonna say it right now.
Well, I mean, the thing is, the principle fork is pierce and scoop. That's all you get with a fork.
I feel like there's a classlessness to it. Like a chopstick, there's a refinement where you
There
pick
is.
like a little bit at a time versus something about like you shoveling food with a fork. You're kind
Yeah.
of like, it's too much.
Oh, so you're saying it also helps with portioning
Yeah,
while
you're just
eating.
it's like, what's the point of? Yeah, you're like,
That's
a
true.
Fork is
It
very
does help with
shovelly.
portioning too, I guess.
Are we really talking about how chopsticks are better than forks, yo? Let's talk about the silence. When you eat with a fork, it's kind of loud. There's a little bit of a scrapage. There's a little metal to ceramic situation.
Oh, you think it's more
I'm
of a
talking
noise thing
about
too?
audible as well.
Do you
It's a
think these were all
tiny- it's a-
thought of when it was
That's a
created?
ninja. Think about chopsticks. I could eat a bowl of rice and kimchi,
Yeah.
and you wouldn't even know if I was using chopsticks. You wouldn't
Silence is
be able to
golden.
hear anything.
And
Right.
also, I don't like with forks. Sometimes you don't know what kind of fork you get. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you got the three. Like it's a
Right,
mutant
right.
fork.
Yeah,
It's a mutant fork. Sometimes
Okay.
you get four, and I don't like when they got like too many things going
Way
on.
too many, bro.
It's chopsticks. You kind of know what you're getting.
Yeah.
you'll get three different kinds. There's like the Chinese ones, Japanese ones, and the Korean ones. There's like metal, wood,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
plastic. Which I'm not a fan of the Chinese chopsticks, by the way. The
Heavy.
big ones,
Whoa,
the big
dude.
plastic ones.
I don't
they're a
know,
little
man.
too big.
Come on.
What? What?
Jesus
What?
Christ.
Why? You don't like the Chinese one?
No, I like
You-
them.
I'm saying you like the Chinese one?
They're for
You like
different
the
things.
weight of a chopstick?
Yes, I do.
Do you like the flat chopstick? The one I like the rounded ones where you
Yeah.
can kind of just twist in your hand.
Yeah.
And with because the metal one, if it's like one's like this and one's like the plus and minus, it's the perpendicular. I don't like
What,
that.
does that really happen to you?
Heck yeah.
I do think the
know-
Japanese might have gotten kind of the best version of chopsticks.
kind of like short and rounded on the top.
Sometimes there's a more finesse to it.
Yeah.
Oh.
The-
Who was the first?
why do we go with the metal, like, do you know what I'm about? The Korean
don't
metal
know,
ones? They're
dude.
not that comfortable.
I don't like it,
either.
dude. I think it was more for
They
flash,
look
more for like
nice.
class.
Yeah. They're
You know what I
classy
mean?
looking.
I mean, to be honest, I will use like the carry out split wooden chopsticks over any other chopsticks. It's just easy.
I do love the carry-out
lightweight.
ones, yeah.
You know what I mean? You
Straight
get a
up.
little splinter, use it as toothpick at the end. It's multifaceted. It's beautiful.
Yeah.
For some reason, I kind of wanted Stephanie to chime in right there, and she was like, yeah, that's right. That's okay.
Well, I was thinking the last thing I wanted to say and I couldn't get it in.
What? What was it?
Was just, like fork is like a tiny rake. That's all I wanted to say.
Oh, okay.
It is, yeah.
That's all I
yeah,
waned to
yeah,
say.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Let's
I
leave it
mean, I'm
at
still a
that.
fan of the fork too. Never really got. I think spork is so useless because they don't give you enough of the fork. It's
yeah,
more
yeah,
spoon
yeah,
than
yeah, yeah.
it's more spoon than fork.
It is. You cannot pick up a piece of
that
steak
never
with a
really got
spork.
picked up though, huh? I don't know why it never
Taco
made
Bell,
it.
right? Is that what it had it?
No, KFC.
KFC.
That's where I got introduced to the spork when
The
I was a kid.
coleslaw.
Yes. The
Wow.
spork was introduced to me through KFC. When my parents used to bring KFC,
Yeah.
it was like a little treat,
Yeah.
you know. And then I remember I'd open the little thing, and it was always a spork.
Oma.
So when I eat like mac and cheese or mashed potato or a coleslaw,
Yeah.
I always just I could
The
feel
feel,
edges. I
right,
could
right,
feel
right,
the edges
right.
at the end. But sporks more spoon than fork. And
Yeah.
I don't like that. Give us
Yeah.
more. If they had like maybe a centimeter or two more fork,
Yeah.
that would be a useful tool. It would.
Oh, is spork the thing in elementary school that's like a spoon and that has a little edges?
Little edges, but I'm
that has
saying
the-
it's more spoon
it's like Bart's
than
hair.
fork. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
They got to give us more fork.
A little
man.
more fork. I agree. You need more
Yeah.
piercing power.
No, it's true. Actually, they need to bring that back into like and make it fancier looking.
Mm.
Don't you think they could do that? And then you turn it around, and then the stick is a chopstick, like
Between-
for white people. You know the one that's like this. So you can make it a three-way usage thing.
That seems unnecessary. I'm just gonna say it.
In the comfort of just us right now, let's be honest.
Yeah.
When's the last time you guys ate with your hands? Just like, I know you don't drink, but there's like a drunk, or like,
I got it. When I had raw crab in New York, so like last week,
okay.
I sucked on the raw crab
Yeah.
juices,
Yeah.
and I used my little fingers.
No glove, just
Just
straight raw.
up my index and my
Yeah.
thumb, and I just
You love marinated raw crab, right?
I'm obsessed with it.
That's your favorite thing?
But more than the salt, not the soy sauce one. I like the one that's like spicy. That's what I
Spicy a
grew
little
up
bit.
with.
Yeah.
Yeah, right? Isn't that what you grew up with over
Honestly, I like the soy sauce better, but there's
Oh.
different strokes. Yeah.
I do think it's more for the refined palate. Like you have more of a refined
You went to
palate.
travel again? Where did
I had
you?
I had work. I had a shoot actually for actually a Korean brand that will. I did a little campaign thing, so that'll be
beautiful.
coming up soon.
That's beautiful.
And before Valentine's Day.
Nice. I got my birthday coming up.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
What are we
doing?
What
What are we doing?
What we
dude?
doing? Are we?
are you doing for me? That's what I want to know.
Party City.
No, we'll set something up. You know what? We should.
You want
Do a
us to
dinner.
throw
I
us-
mean,
throw you a
it's a big one.
party?
It's my last year of the 30s.
Dang.
Don't act like you didn't know that.
No, it's
No,
not.
I didn't.
Wait.
No.
Yeah, I'm 86.
Oh my god.
I know, I
That's
know.
a crazy thing to say out loud. I just like can't believe that.
I just got tired saying it right now.
Yo, I just
Damn.
Can I ask you guys a dumb cooking question? Because we're coming off of this marinated raw crab thing,
Sure.
which I never really understood. So, like,
What?
when you soak in some of these meats, right? Like crab, for instance, you put it in soy sauce and the sometimes the spicy sauce outside. None of those juices actually make it in the shell, right?
It does.
Does it? Because I feel like I don't taste it.
Wait, you've never had it?
I've had it, but I never feel like the juices actually make it inside.
Salty. Don't you notice
Does
that
that
it's kinda
happen with
salty?
everything else too, even chicken and stuff?
Yeah.
Like when you get fried chicken and you put all the stuff outside, I don't feel like it makes it into the meat.
It's porous. Like shells, even if they're shells, are
Steph,
porous sometimes.
Our boy doesn't know the definition of marination.
Wow.
Pretty
But-
much when you
Yeah.
put it there, it seeps into the
I don't know
flesh.
if I tasted enough.
You don't taste it enough?
For the amount of marination that's
Because
going
soy
on.
sauce marinated crab, the soy sauce is not the salty same soy sauce that we're thinking about, like the one that we dip our sushi in. The soy sauce is a little bit more. It's like sweeter. It's like a sweeter, more flavor. Do you know
So
what I mean?
even when it marinates, it's supposed to just have more of a subtle marination. It's not like strong.
bro. Because
strong.
we're putting it in raw crab, and when you let it sit there, you have to understand the sodium, the salt. It doesn't. It prevents it from going bad too. You
Gotcha.
know what I mean? We're fermenting it. We're
Think of it this way. You know the Korean refrigerator? We just had the ice cream.
Yeah.
That was like triple packaged and it still went in there.
all right.
Think of it that
All
way.
right,
No, I'm
you're
just
right.
I
saying-
can't get that taste out of my.
No, it's
when
still
you
in there.
described it.
Yeah,
I
it
knew
is.
exactly what you were
I wasn't
saying.
even eating it, but I tasted it.
That was crazy. It is true though. My fridge right now is insane. Did you take a
Yours
look
is
in
like
there?
weird looking in there.
I mean, it's the same thing from the Thanksgiving dinner. You
That's a
still
lot of
have a
stuff.
pecan pie in
Do
your
I have
freezer.
it?
I'm gonna
It's-
take that. Yeah, it's crazy.
No, you can't eat that. Are you
Yes.
crazy? That's from Thanksgiving. It's February right now.
You can eat
Frozen.
certain things really
Frozen.
later. Yeah.
you
It's
can put a
fine.
steak in there and eat it 9 months later, bro. You know what I'm saying?
You could eat a frozen thing that late.
Hell yeah! Are you kidding me?
That's crazy.
Yeah, bro.
I guess it's
I
true. If they
think-
could find like a woolly mammoth
And
from
what?
like back in the day, I'm sure like the pecan pie is okay.
Yo, do you know about this Korean cooking show on Netflix? It's called The Chef and the Refrigerator.
no,
Or I'm paraphrasing it, dude. It's crazy. Do you watch Culinary Class Wars?
I haven't seen it yet.
Oh,
actually.
bro. Korean game shows. I mean, Korean production, fire. But so Culinary Class Wars is like a very famous cooking show that was like, it popped off in Netflix. And this is the follow-up show where they get celebrities and they bring their refrigerator to the set with everything that's in there. And the chefs have a competition making like the better meal for this person using the
That's
ingredients in the
That is
refrigerator.
cool. That's smart.
Wait, don't they
What would
know
yours be?
But don't they know that they're going to be on the show? So it's like they just-
Yeah, they could flex. They could go buy some extra stuff at the market, but it's pretty realistic. Like
Really?
it shows what's in the fridge and all that.
So
Yeah,
you, if you went on,
We
you'd
should
have-
do one. We should do
you'd
one with
have like a
Dubs.
9-month-old
Yeah.
piece of beef.
absolutely.
You're more of a baker, I would say, than like
I actually do
Entree.
cook.
You're not really
Bro,
an
her
entree
cream pie
gal.
was delicious.
Oh
You're not
my
really an-
god! Thank you. That
It
sounded
was-
weird. But that sounded so. all of it, just I was like,
wait a minute.
Why did I even say
That
thank
was crazy because no one even says just cream pie like regularly.
And I
No-
went, thank you.
no, yeah, no one even just says
Sam.
No, but it was good though. It was good.
Zam.
Frothy.
No, it's quite tart, right? My cream pie has a tartness to it.
But I never really seen you make. You're not really an entree
No,
gal.
I do. I've actually invited you to come
You're
over
more of
and
a
eat.
dessert and appetizer at
I
most.
made you kimchi jjigae and you made
Have
shitted
you?
on it. Yeah.
I don't remember that.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah. I actually make all my meals these days.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't know why I'm talking like that.
Can I ask?
I have veggies, lots of veggies.
Yeah,
I'm a big veggie girl.
let's have her cook some at some point for this show, maybe.
I'm down.
What? You didn't even ask me.
Please.
I know. I just like let's have her do it.
yeah.
Can I ask you guys something? I just thought about this. When you go pick up food at a restaurant, do you tip?
Pick up?
I always found this to be a very tricky situation.
You know what?
Do you, when you go pick up food, because they are packaging up your food, and that does take a lot of time.
No, it doesn't.
Yes,
Bam.
it does. It takes time to package food up. So when you go pick up food, do
not
you tip?
equivalent to someone serving me
I
at a
don't-
table.
You know, what, it maybe not. It doesn't have to. I don't think it should necessarily be 20%. but I do
right.
feel like I owe a little bit something, and I feel wrong not tipping a little bit. How do you feel?
I tip very generously when I dine in, but I rarely tip. Okay, no, that's not true.
I
You know
only
what
done it at Korean restaurants.
I don't like it when you pick up food and you swipe your card and then that tip screen comes up and then they pass it to you.
Yeah.
Like it's like
A lot of places don't even have that. Like a lot of the Korean spots I go to don't have
just print
that.
out the receipt.
But
and
I
then-
remember even before the days they'd have the, the 5, 10, 20% thing.
Yeah.
I remember picking up food from my dad or something when I was a kid. And
Yeah.
I remember he would always give me like a few dollars to tip too.
Yeah.
So that always got ingrained in my mind. But as I got older, I'm like, wait a minute, does this make sense?
I'm like
I
Steve.
don't know.
I'm like Steve Buscemi in Reservoir Dogs, bro. Like, cause I'm thinking about it like this, man. The tipping culture in America, right? Tipping is we're paying for our food, but because of their service and because of how they treated us, we're giving them extra, right? Like we're paying on top of what we paid for to thank them for their service.
Yeah.
It's like when I'm picking up food, I don't consider you bagging up my thing as like service, to be honest with you.
Wow.
I think that's just part. First of all,
I
What?
definitely
Do
think
you?
it's service.
Well, it depends because I just give. It's more for me. I don't even know if it's about the packaging. For me, I tip when I like the person. If they seem nice
Yeah.
or if they were like kind to me, I tip them for being a good person.
Right.
For giving me a good like.
So you want to play
Kind-
God.
I'll
You know
reward
what?
you. Yeah.
If we tipped people for being a good friend, I would do it. Think about this. If you were a good friend to me and I
Yeah.
tip you
Yeah.
once a month,
Yeah.
wouldn't you continue to be a good friend?
I know you'd be
But
a
then that
bad
would be a
tipper.
transactional. That's a
Is it
transactional relationship.
transactional? No, but you don't have to.
Because the thing is, imagine this month you tip me, right, and next month you don't. I'll be like, "What? My service, my friendship wasn't
friendship
good
service?
enough." Yeah. It's
First
like,
of all,
it wasn't good
can I
enough.
say something? I know you're not a great tipper at restaurants. What makes you think you'd be a great friend to tipper?
Wait, why would you say that? I always give 20%. Okay. And I always tip the valet people. Why did you think I'm not a good tipper?
I just take you for like a bad tipper.
I just think you think I'm a cheap person just generally.
I do.
Do you also think I'm an asshole?
No. I don't think you're an asshole, but I'm saying generally, if you're a cheap person, you would tip less too.
That's not true.
It's not?
No, because if you're cheap, for me,
You save money to
I'm
tip.
thrifty about what I purchase. I buy nice designer things sometimes, but it has to be good quality.
Yeah.
And if I'm going to tip something, I need it to be tip
Good
worthy,
service. Good
good
service.
service. But also, I'm easily influenced by pressure. Pressure of like feeling like what if I come to this restaurant again? So I will tip even if they were kind of bad if I know I'm gonna
I don't
repeat.
tip any less for bad service.
Yeah.
I
It's just a
I-
given. It's 20%.
Because it's 20%. Because that one person shouldn't reflect everybody there, in my opinion.
But
You know what I
how do you
mean?
know the restaurant is the one where you
Pooling
give
it?
everyone versus
Yeah.
it's like for you?
That's a good question.
'Cause
Because
I
some
just-
restaurants do that. They pull all the tips in.
Right.
I get it.
I
mean,
just feel like if then I'm like giving them money, like say someone was like an asshole, like it was not good customer service. I get it. People have bad days, but this is like your job. So like,
here's the thing: you're getting a service either way. I don't see it as like good or bad service. You're getting service.
Yeah.
and service costs money. You know what I'm saying?
Do you guys always tip your valet drivers? Like when they drive the car, there's a $25 valet charge.
If it's 25, you're 25. That's a flat fee.
That's $25.
That's a flat
no,
fee.
but that's fucked up because that person doesn't get that $25.
You don't
It's
know
part
the
of
deal
it.
they have.
No?
I think it's worked in.
I think some of these people just buy an umbrella
Wait,
and just
I will say
collect
this.
money.
I always
let me
ti-
take that
I
back.
always
All right.
tip
It is
them.
always half and half for me. Say like the LA valet fees are crazy. Sometimes
Yeah, it's
like
crazy.
$17, right?
Yeah.
Like Line Hotel right now is
Yeah.
$17.
Wild.
So, but if I give them 20 and it's like $3 left, I just usually like give 3 or something.
And you
what
know they
if they didn't-
strategically do that, right?
I think they do.
Of
I think it's all,
course,
like,
bro.
strategic.
But-
They'll pass you to 3 like, you really want this?
strategy. You really want? You serious,
Yeah,
man?
exactly.
You don't
dog.
want. You don't want this. I think I hold on to this, man. All right.
But do you
Exactly.
ever like okay those guys right like say that it was $17 but they're not nice like they're not opening the door they just kind of sometimes they just like they herd you out like they
sit
herd
in
you
your
out
car
yeah
and
they
wait
herd-
for them to open the door?
yeah sometimes
Oh, okay. I like
not
that. I
always
like
not
that.
on the way out I mean when I go in
Yeah.
sometimes they're herding
Oh.
you out like they don't even care if you give them a tip you ever notice that when it's so busy
For sure.
I don't give it to them
For
if they're
sure.
not being
No,
nice.
no,
No,
no, no.
I don't want to reward. Like that's the whole point of tipping, isn't it? To reward them for being a good.
I wouldn't say
service
reward. It's. Wait, was it?
Kind of. It's a gratuity. It's a good.
Yeah,
You know what? I do have a rule though.
Gratitude.
Yeah, you are grateful.
I'm a gratitude. I will give you.
I know this is not completely right. If I pull into a parking lot and there's a valet stand, but you're not at the stand, like you're down the block,
Yeah.
I am not waiting for you to come back so I can pay you.
But valeting is tricky because they're always understaffed.
Yeah.
It's like, I honestly think it's one of the hardest jobs.
Y'all look like you. Both of you look like you would
Valet.
actually valet. Have you guys ever
I
valeted?
will say I kind of want to try valeting for a day.
Yeah.
You fit
I
right
think it
in.
would be very interesting because it's a lot of strategy. It's very stressful, I think.
Yeah, I think so too.
Especially in K-Town. Have you seen these parking
I have
lots?
seen, your car always has bumps
That's true.
everywhere.
That's true.
There is no way I would ever hire you.
I would be bad at the job, I will say. But no, I'm saying, but far as strategically, Tetrising
Yeah,
the
yeah,
cars,
yeah.
I think I could be good at it.
No.
Okay.
No. Have you seen
I
his
definitely
car?
lose the keys. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? It'll
Oh
be
yeah,
bad.
you would lose it. Actually,
Yeah.
I'd probably be the best at it.
Yeah.
But I'm not gonna do it.
Strangely, I will say you are a very good driver.
Thank you so much.
You are a good
You
driver.
are
I
a very
appreciate-
good driver,
Thank
actually.
you. I backed the car up into the
Girl,
parking.
you look good once you back the car up. You look good when you back that car up.
Oh man.
Wait, I once asked a
You did
guy.
That sounded exactly.
She sounded it's like an old white lady at the club. I backed that car up. I really backed that car up.
Some guy I remember like in high school said I asked them what a turn on for them was, and they told me it was a girl who backs their car up.
Yeah.
And ever since then, I was just like, I'm gonna be that girl with the car that I can pack up every time. And so
What a weird fool. He gets turned off by girls reversing their car.
they must be a Rice Rocket guy, right? Like he was Asian. He had like a
know.
because I
there's
find that
something-
more. I find that more attractive. Like when a
No,
girl.
that's what you're saying.
No,
though,
that's
right?
what he's saying. He
finds
that's
it
his turn
attractive.
on.
Oh,
That's his
okay, I
turn
think
on.
I'm
No,
turn
I
off.
think
Okay.
I think
Did
a
I say
good
that? No, I said
okay.
turn on. Yeah.
I think a partner who drives well is an attractive quality.
Yeah.
Right?
Dude,
Absolutely.
it is so stressful to be in a car with a friend who is bad at driving.
Yeah.
Well, you can't say anything, right? But when it's a partner and they suck at driving, dude, it's hard not to fucking get in their face about
But when
it.
they're if my girl did a perfect parallel park,
Dude,
forget about it.
Moist.
She's having my baby.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You get no. That's
cream
happened
pie.
when Donna would back up into a. I'll be like, so when we leave, we just go forward. Like, yo, that's fire.
You're planning ahead?
You planning ahead, like, yo,
Wow.
that's all respect. Alex,
that's-
I love Alex. He is the safest, slowest driver.
He is. I hate it.
I would
God.
rage in his car.
No, so
like
annoying.
he's the type of person if it's yellow light, he would slow down to catch the red.
that's
he
how
really
you know-
is bad like that. But it is safe.
But it is
Wait,
no.
yeah.
It is
Can I
safe.
say something?
Yeah.
People like that,
Yeah.
can I say, are always good people. He's a good guy, right?
Mm-hmm.
I do think people who are really good drivers and patient,
And obey
And-
traffic laws.
yes, they are good people.
Oh, you think it?
good
you think
human
so?
beings.
Really?
Yes, because they are patient. They're willing
They could be
to.
psychopaths too, though.
No, psychopaths.
If you're 30 feet, if you're okay, I don't know. If you're far away from the yellow light and you can make it, I mean, you're close enough to the yellow light where you can make before it turns red, but you decide to slow down to catch it. Completely, I don't know. man.
I've lost my shit with Alex sometimes.
yeah,
in
yeah,
the
yeah,
car.
yeah, yeah. Like
'Cause
on the
he
way
is-
to the airport or
Well,
just
here's
like
the thing.
rush.
I hate it because he'll pick you up from the airport. He's always down and take you somewhere.
Yeah.
But then the way he drives, you're like, I don't know if this was worth it. I don't know if this was worth the favor.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, go! Why is he stopping? He's
While I'm
so-
complaining about it, you're right. It is the best.
It is
He is being
nice.
safe, you know?
Because the opposite is someone who's really a reckless
That's
driver.
true. That's true.
But you know what it is? If you like enjoy chaos, you're used to
You
it.
like a little turbulence.
Yeah, you kind of think it's like part of the rush, and
Yeah.
I could see you getting off on
I'm
that.
not
a
gonna
little
lie,
bit.
I do have I do have like this internal like hastiness.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Well, because in Korean culture, it's a good thing to be 답답해 is bad. 답답해 means like you're slow, you're not
lethargic, just kinda, like,
lethargic.
sluggish.
Yeah, so I
Yeah.
feel like we're ingrained in us to be like fast is good.
And then the secret is you learn later down the line, taking your time was the best tactic. You know what I mean?
Dude, okay, so when I went to travel recently, I went with someone I was dating, and I had never really like been driven by him because he doesn't live here. And we were on the windiest roads, and I'm not gonna lie, I started like kind of started feeling a little like less there was like an ick or something about
There's
it.
an ick?
There was a slight ick, and it made me feel like a really bad person.
I will say you are a little bit of an icky, like I'm meaning like it's a
find
flip
dicks.
on picky.
A
Icky.
flippin' picky.
Yeah, you're like
There's an ickiness.
Yeah, there's an ickiness to
I
you.
actually, and the thing is, he's a very kind guy, and he's like thoughtful because he's driving like 5 hours. You can't say anything as the person I'm the passenger princess. I gotta be quiet. Like
Yeah.
there's nothing I can say.
Well,
It's
you
not
didn't
gonna
like
make-
it.
Passenger and a driver
Yeah.
is kind of like speeding or like driving kind of reckless. You have to also think though, you're kind of jeopardizing my life right now.
Right. No, but he was the opposite. He's like an Alex driver.
Oh,
He was like an Alex driver.
Yeah, yeah,
but,
yeah.
But as if Alex was driving on windy roads, which makes him kind of like
Right.
confused and stressed.
Right.
That's what I was feeling from him. So what I did instead is I took a melatonin and I just passed out. Like I was
so
like,
you
you know
like
what?
drugged yourself. It's like, okay, I don't want to experience
Yeah.
this.
Right.
Yeah.
Dude, I had a scary moment back in the day where this girl I was dating, we got in a fight on a road trip we took. And we got in a fight and it got really tense. And then on the way back to LA, I fell asleep in the car. I wake up and she's going like 120 miles per hour, blasting Portishead. Nobody loves me. It's true.
bro.
And I was like, slow down. It was crazy. And she was, but the worst part, she was crying. Tears coming down. I was like,
I love
kamikaze
it.
mode type.
oh my gosh.
my
I was terrified. Because
gosh.
imagine you're asleep and you
Yeah.
wake up to a speeding car.
Yeah.
Insane.
That's crazy.
Dude, that would turn me on for
But-
a weird way. It's just such a crazy thing to experience something like that because
That's like
it
Fight
almost
Club.
feels like you're in a movie. Yeah, exactly.
It was, it was intense.
So what
But
she was
hold
mad
on,
at you?
hold
she,
on.
she was just like, I think it was pretty much, we were kind of breaking up. Yeah.
Devil's advocate. You're in the car. You're fighting with your girl about to break up. Last thing you should do is sleep, bro. Like imagine how
you.
infuriating the
Thank
girl
you.
is
The thing about-
looking over at you, sleeping peacefully, like pissed. Like
Yeah.
we should break up, and he's like, all right. And he's
You know
No,
what it is?
nothing
Dumb
makes
has
me
this-
sleep more than a passenger seat.
oh,
More than a mattress or anything. I will knock out in a
oh yeah, I
car.
went on tour with
I
you.
know
yeah,
what
no.
will make you knock out even more.
What?
And I know this is why this happened, is when there is intense emotion coming from a person next to you, like a friend, a family, a partner, you fall asleep.
It's like a disassociation.
It's a disassociation. So I know what happened is that he probably passed out because they were getting into an
He's like,
argument.
I could escape this way.
Yeah. He immediately starts yawning.
Wow.
So
think I
I've
do have an
seen
issue.
it.
but I think that would infuriate the other party, though.
Exactly.
That would be
exactly.
crazy.
And I know he's like can't even help it because
Yeah.
he's having the fight or flight
Right,
fawn
right,
thing.
right.
So he's falling. Yeah, exactly.
Sorry. I'm kidding.
I had a partner like that once.
Really?
I did.
No, I have been told that there's a thing that that it might be a disassociating thing, and I've dealt with trauma that way too in the past. You know what I mean? My dad just whooping my ass. I'm falling asleep.
falling asleep.
Okay.
Yeah.
Guys, I love y'all. That
was great.
I really love y'all, man.
Love
Thank
you.
you for the ice cream, Rick.
Of course.
Thank you.
Steffi, Rick, anything to plug?
No, just more Bob Ross coming out. I hope you're enjoying the stuff.
Actually, I do have something.
Okay.
Did you finish? I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
Go on to my Instagram because I am going to have the company that I model for. I'm going to be posting about it. And it would be very supportive if you guys went and liked my work on there.
Nice.
But it's coming out before Valentine's Day. My IG is Steffi Bake. I just changed it to just
Nice.
Steffi Bake.
Beautiful.
Check that out. And also, we're bringing the Cry Later comedy shows back. And it's a comedy show I throw in Los Angeles once a month.
Yup.
We're doing one literally the day after this episode comes out. And that one's sold out. But every month,
Crazy.
there'll be some of the best lineups in Los Angeles of comedians. I host it. Zoe DJs it. You guys always show up every month. It's a great event. You know what I mean?
It's going to be so fun.
Come by, y'all, and tune in next week for another episode of Fun with Them, y'all. Peace.
Bye.